Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Clancy. I'm going to be reading you a story today called Pick a Pine Tree by Patricia Tote. In this story, we're going to hear about holiday traditions. One important holiday tradition that many people do is get a Christmas tree. This story is going to tell us all about the steps of going out to find the perfect Christmas tree and what you do with it with your family when you're done. As I read this story to you, you may have a very similar tradition that the family in this story has, or you may have some other holiday traditions that your family does every single year. A tradition is something that you do every year, something that's very special to you and your family. Your traditions might have to do with Christmas time, or your traditions might have to do with another time of the year, like a birthday or another special holiday. Think about that as we read this story. Pick a pine tree from the lot. Slim and tall, or short and squat. One with spiky needle clumps, scaly bark, or sappy bumps. Lift the tree above your head, or if you live very far, bring it home atop your car. Now, move aside a lamp or chair, clear away a section where your tree will sit tall and grand, snug and sturdy in its stand. Trim the trunk a little bit, just enough so it will fit. Slip it in and turn screws tight. They will hold your tree upright. Then, find the trimmings stored within bulging boxes, rusty tins, paper bags, a wooden case. Bring them to that special place there beside your tree. But wait, don't decorate alone. Call some people on the phone. Ask your friends to come and stay. Host a decorating day. Stretch along some twinkling lights, a colored mix, or simply white. Fat round bulbs or pointy tips, bubble lights or candle clips. Start up top or near the base, wrap around and tuck in place. Next, hang ornaments upon your tree. What kind of trinkets will they be? Jolly Santas, dancing elves, wooden reindeer, jingle bells, lacy snowflakes, paper dolls, candy canes, and bright glass balls. With loops of thread or wire hooks, hang them all in little nooks. Add the final touches now, garlands strung from bough to bough, strands of tinsel on the tips, falling down in silver drips. Then grab a footstool, climb right up, set something wonderful on top, a golden star, a velvet bow, an angel dressed in flowing robes. Lay a tree skirt down below, add some houses flecked with snow, a train that chugs around a track, secret presents in a sack. At last, it's time to make it shine. Plug in lights along the floor. Look, it's not a pine tree anymore. It's a Christmas tree. Gather round the tree to sing. Let your joyful voices ring. Celebrate as nighttime falls. Merry Christmas, one and all. You know, in that story, they talked about a lot of different things that they did to get ready for a very special Christmas tree. It made me think of some things myself that my family always does. That's called making a connection as I'm reading. You may have thought of some things like making ornaments or maybe decorating a tree. Maybe you put up rainbow lights or twinkle lights, or maybe you put together a fake tree with your family. Maybe you go and cut down a tree. Maybe you have a star or an angel on top of your tree. Or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. Maybe there's a different holiday that popped into your brain as you were reading this story. I want to share with you some traditions that my family does during this holiday season because we celebrate the holiday of Christmas. Right here is a picture of my house. Up in the left, you'll see a picture of my house all lit up at Christmas time. And you can see we love to decorate with fun twinkle lights outside of our house. And it's always fun to go through the neighborhood and see some of the different lights that different people set up outside their house. And then down here in the corner, this is a picture of the room that I'm in right now. And we always hang stockings at our mantle and we decorate at our Christmas tree. And we always have 2 Christmas trees in our house. And when I was a little girl, we only had 1 Christmas tree. But in the house that I live in now, that I'm a mom, we have 2 Christmas trees. So these are just a couple of traditions that my family has. But I also want to share with you some other traditions that you might have as well. So I have a couple things here. One thing that we do is we make this big paper countdown chain. And what we do is we put together some green and red paper and we connect it and then we hang it. And then every night during the month of December, we take off a link from our chain and we count down to Christmas. And it doesn't really cost much money to do this. We just use paper and some glue and put it together. And then it's something that we do every single night during the month of December. That's one tradition that we have. Another tradition that we have, we always have this little basket full of fun little headbands, holiday headbands. And so we have some reindeer antlers, we have some elf hats, little elf headbands, some other reindeer antlers, and my favorite, you want to see? Does something pretty cool. We've got this little cool light up headband, right? So it's fun just to kind of get festive and decorate and do some fun, cheery things. And I know that Mrs. Grondin at Stony Brook always does some fun things like this. And I bet Mrs. Snare and Mr. Miller also do that at their buildings too. So those are some fun traditions that we have. Another thing that we always do, I have this big box and it's our Santa box. And inside of our Santa box, we always have some fun Christmas stories. So if you know Charlie Brown's Christmas, this is a fun book that we like to read as a family. But then we also like to read some other books, A Cookie for Santa, and A Christmas Goodnight. Just kind of some fun different holiday books. And so whenever we want to cozy up and read a book, we always say, go check the Santa box under the Christmas tree and let's see what books we have in there that we can read together as a family. So all of those things are just Christmas traditions that I like to do with my children at my house. And so today for writing, I want you to write about some Christmas traditions that your family has. And you know, it doesn't just have to be about Christmas. Maybe you celebrate Hanukkah. Maybe you don't have a special holiday tradition. Maybe you have a tradition that you do for your birthday or in the summertime. So it doesn't just have to be at the holidays because we all celebrate and do things very differently. And that's okay. It's okay to have different types of traditions. So today in your journals, I want you to tell your teacher about some special holiday traditions that you have with your family. And I want you to tell me what they are and then tell me why are they special to you? Why are those such important traditions to your family? And your teachers will look forward to reading them. And I look forward to hearing all the fun things that you're going to do too, because us teachers, we like to share ideas. We like to hear all the great ideas that the different classes are sharing. And so I hope you enjoy this holiday season and all of the fun traditions that you do with your families.